Hiya, boys and girls. It's Monkey Mid here again. You come back for round 2 of Kiss Singles. I'm impressed. Well, I hope I haven't bored you too much on part 1. As I said, I'm not an expert on Kiss Singles. I know a little bit, but not a huge amount. But I do know one thing is for sure. I do like collecting them. So shall we move on? Right. Okay, guys. Next up, we have. This was one of my favourites, by the way. That's why I bought this one quite earlier on when I started recollecting them again. Rocket Ride. Okay, this was one of my. I just love the pictures here. One of my favourite sort of like Japanese 7-inch picture covers. Okay, I really like this. On the B side, it's Tomorrow and Tonight. Okay, but there you go. There's Rocket Ride. There's the other side, lyrics and sing along with Ace. It's on the blue Victor label, okay. And there you go. Tomorrow and Tonight. Now, incidentally, guys, if you're collecting these singles, I just remembered when you're collecting, if you decide you're going to collect these singles, make sure when you buy them that you do get the Victor sleeves inside. I've come across one that I bought, but it was very cheap, and it only had a plain white sleeve. Now, it's a shame they don't do these replicas, so I might have to find an artist that is on Victor and replace the sleeve that I got, the white sleeve that I got with, I think it's I Was Made for Loving You. That's one that came with a plain white sleeve. But because I only paid £3 for it, it was worth having. Okay, but it would be an idea just to check that when you buy these, ask the seller if it comes with a Victor sleeve. Okay, so there you go. Right, so that's Rocket Ride. Let's move on to the next one. Let me just slip this back into the sleeve and we'll move on. Okay. Okay, next we have, what have we got here? Strutter 78. Okay, guys. This is Strutter 78 with, what's on the B side of this one? Shock Me, okay? Again, back in the day, I remember seeing this and I always wanted this one, but this isn't actually an original one. This is a reissue. Okay, as you well know, I've said in the past before, I'm not big on reissues at all, but to buy an original one of this German one, I haven't seen it cheaper than £35–40. This one's quite expensive, so I just bought this as something just to have. I know it's a reissue, but I do like it. There's something about them when you touch them, they just don't feel like you're back in the 70s, you know. This came out of the box set. I'm not very au fait with newer Kiss stuff, but I believe it. No, not I believe. I know it came from the actual. Is it the Kiss singles? What's it called? I can't remember now. But it's a box set that came out in 2012. Okay, and had a load of singles in there, reissued. Came with all the bits and pieces, like a booklet, and the solo singles came with a mask as well. Okay, and this was part of the collection, and some guy on eBay actually broke his collection up. I don't know why, and I got this one for quite a good price. I think I paid £10 for it. So, but in general, I wouldn't buy reissues of the single or LPs, whatever. I'm not big on them, but I just wanted this one. But say this is about £30–40 to buy. Okay, it's quite nice. That's the front there, and that's the back. Get this out here. Strata 78, and you can tell it's very newly done. You know, it's all everything seems new. I'd rather it be creased up a little bit, smell of shit, maybe even a little bit of writing. It just gives it that authenticity. This is from 2012. This one, so it hasn't quite got that authentic feel. Okay, but you know, that's just my opinion. If you like to buy reissues, you don't mind this, go for it. You know, but this is very nice. You know, I will keep this in my collection, obviously, because I've always liked this one. You know. And again, they use these pictures on the previous thing I just showed you, the Japanese one, the Rocket Ride. Okay, the same sort of picture. I just like this era sort of thing of Kiss. So, there we go. Okay, next up we have an EP. Okay, guys, this is the Mexican EP of Strutter 78. The Mexican EPs, I think they did about 5 different ones. I've only got one of them. Again, these are really expensive. Okay, you're looking at about £30 plus You know, maybe try bidding on one. You might get it for about 20 if you're lucky. I used to have all of them back in the day, bar one, I think. I had about 4 of them. Anyway, let's move on. So the Mexican import, here we go. Their sleeves are a little bit crap because they're just a bit of paper. Okay, that's it, which is a bit shit. Maybe that kind of like describes the economy of the country. I don't know. Couldn't afford to maybe make a proper sleeve. I don't know, but still very nice, very collectible. On the B side, you have Strata 78, Rock and Roll All Night, and your Love Gun, and you have Beth. Okay, there's the B side there, sort of thing. So quite nice label EP. So there you go. So that is Strata 78. Okay. Very nice. Right. Let's put this back in its sleeve. Even getting it in is difficult sometimes. I need an assistant. Anyone want to volunteer? Right. Oh, okay. I've just got a spare one of these. Okay. I don't think it even comes in this sleeve. This is the Gene Simmons solo single, Radioactive. It's got When You Wish Upon a Star on this. It doesn't come in this sleeve, but I kept this because I had about 2 or 3 different copies. I only kept it because it had like that kind of mark on it. Okay, I thought it was quite interesting. They're not mispresses as such, but sometimes when they make coloured vinyls, I believe if you have a little bit of black ink that goes in it, it might kind of like spoil it like that. I think that's the reason why. Okay, so I just kept it just because it's quite interesting. But I'll show you the proper one in a minute. It doesn't actually come in this Casablanca sleeve. I just put it in there. And this is one of those reproduction ones. Okay, so we'll put that back in. But yeah, so there's the kind of like mispress, if you want to call it that. I'm just going to keep it because I know I won't really get a lot of money for it if I try to sell it. So we have next. Now, this is the proper one, okay? This is a V1. Okay, this is the common one, okay? This on the Pie label. I always think the solo singles, the country did the best set was us, England, okay? Only because it came with a mask and it was coloured vinyl. It just made it that extra special. No disrespect to any other countries at all. I think the Italian ones are nice. The German ones are really nice, but they didn't come with a mask and they weren't coloured vinyl. As far as I know, they weren't coloured vinyl. But there are bootleg ones around as well, so beware of that. Okay, they do bootleg. Not this maybe, but the bootleggers are doing something or have done something. Okay, so this is the Pie label again. That's the red. And one other thing I've noticed compared to the previous one I showed you, the reds can be slightly different. The previous one I showed you was a thicker coating, whereas this is a thinner coating of red, and we put it up to the light, you can really see through it. Okay, but that's just me being kind of like nitpicking. So maybe I should keep both of them because they're different reds. If you're as mad as me, well, not mad as me, mad as Tom Shannon. Now there's the man that collects everything. Absolutely, one slight serial number that is different. Oh fuck, I've got to have that. But not quite as bad as that. But anyway, so that's side A. It's got a picture label there, and side B is the Pie label. Okay, and let's get the mask out. That's what I'm saying about the Europeans. They didn't do a mask with theirs. Okay, here is the mask. And if you want to be Gene Simmons one day, you can just put this on, and there you go. And look a complete twat. Yeah, there's Gene. Okay. So we'll slip that one in. I'll slip that back in. And again, I'll just mention it. Mr. Anderson sold me this one for £1, I think it was. And thank you very much. Although I had to get the mask from somewhere else, so it's kind of like, what do you call it? Frankenstein to a degree, sort of thing. But yeah, so I had to get the mask from somewhere else. But thank you, Mr. Anderson. Thank you. There we go. Right. Now the next single. Now this is a bit of an odd one. No, not odd. It's quite rare. I very, very seldomly see them on eBay. I don't think I've even seen them on Discogs. Okay, if I can get the set, I'll be very happy. But just to get one is made me very happy already. Okay, but you might be saying, you know, I've got, it's quite common this, but I've never seen them. Okay. Again, here we go. Gene Simmons, without the mask and not coloured vinyl. Okay, I'll just quickly show you that one again. There's the differences. Okay, there we go. They're the two. I want these. These are the rarer ones. Okay, definitely the rarer ones. Set that out. And this comes on in a black vinyl. Now I would love to get the Ace one, the Peter one and the Paul one. If you have these in black vinyl, please let me know. I say just to get the one. And even then it was Frankenstein. I had to get this separately. Someone put the red vinyl one in there, which isn't right. So I bought that separately. And then I had to buy this, which didn't come with the picture covers, just the record on its own. All in all, it didn't cost me too much money, but these are just really hard to get, okay? So there you go. There's the back there. Okay. So there it is. Gene Simmons, Radioactive. Great song. I do like it. In fact, his solo album is probably, I don't know, it's not my favourite. I like them all. Yeah, I like all the Kiss solo albums because they're all different. Okay, they're all different. But Gene's one is interesting. Very different. Right, guys. Next up we have. Again, I'd like a set of these at some point. These are the Italian ones. Okay, this is Gene Simmons. Radioactive, Seen Dreams, Italian. The Italians didn't make it too interesting. That's the front and that's the back, so they're the same. There is a hole there, which kind of like denotes that it's a in a bargain basement or whatever sort of thing. You know, the American LPs that get snipped on the corner. Some people say it's promos. In UK, when we had the snip corner, I don't know. It was a bargain bin over here. In America, they a lot of them people saying it's a promo, but I don't know. But anyway, there you go. So there's the Italian one. What's in here? Just a standard label. So there you go. Okay, label that, and stick that back in. So that's Gene Simmons. Italian version, the solo singles. Let's say. I have seen the others, but I've never seen an Ace one. Okay, Ace one seems to be quite hard to get for some reason. But I used to have the Peter, Paul, and Gene, but not the Ace one. So. Anyway, next up, guys, we have "Cause You Matter to Me," and that's why. I should be a singer, really, shouldn't I? Or maybe not. Here we go. Okay, so that's "You Matter to Me," Peter Criss. Again, UK one, Pi label. There we go. That's that. And that's on the other side there. Okay. Let me show you the mask. So if you'd like to be Peter Criss for one night, you can put this on. And be a complete twat as well. Anyway, there we go. So that's that there. I'll set that back in. So there we go. So again, if you see one of these on black vinyl, I would love to have that, definitely. Okay, so that's Peter Criss. You matter to me, and that's why. Shut up singing. Right, next up we have, okay, Italian, Peter Criss, solo single. No, they didn't use You Matter to Me, they used the track Don't You Let Me Down, okay. That's on the A side, and B side is Hooked on Rock and Roll. Is that the same? Yeah, Hooked on Rock and Roll, the Pi one as well, okay. So the Italians use Don't You Let Me Down. Do you know what, Peter Criss? Again, I like the solo albums. I like them all because each one is different. Okay, a lot of people say Peter Criss's one was shit, but that's how the guy was. So you know, I just accepted it, and I like it. I really like the album. I like it. But anyway, there you go. Again, it's got a hole punch there, which denotes it's a bargain bucket jobby, I'd imagine. That's the back there. So again, boring. It's the same. It's the same. There we go. It's Italian. Okay. Right. Let's move on. Baby, don't you let me down. Shut up singing. Right, next up we have the mighty Ace Frehley. New York Groove. Okay. I'm wondering if there's 3 versions of these singles. Remember the Gene Simmons one I showed you? I showed the red vinyl one, which had the picture label. The black vinyl one, which had the picture label of Gene Simmons. And I'm wondering if they did the 3rd Gene Simmons one, which has the Casablanca Filmworks label kind of thing. It's got it on one side, but the other side is the picture of Gene Simmons. But the Ace one here, New York Groove, this is a UK Pie one, obviously, is both sides. It's the Desert label, okay, Filmworks label. So I am wondering if there are 3 versions altogether. That would be quite mega, wouldn't it, to collect all of them? But anyway, there you go. So that's let me hold this one up. This one isn't translucent red, okay? I can't see any red coming through there. So, but there you go. So that's Ace Frehley New York Groove. Okay. Let's move on to the next. I love to have been in the UK back in '78 when these singles came out. Or was it '79? I can't remember now. But I was living in Hong Kong at the time, because if I was here and I was kind of like a Kiss fan, then I would have bought all 3 versions. If there's 3 versions, maybe there's only 2. I don't know. But there you go. Anyway, it would be great if someone invented a time machine. Oh my God, that would be fantastic. Back to '75. No, back to the beginning, '73, when it all kicked off. Anyway, dream on. Okay, next one. Again, Ace Frehley, New York Groove on a Pie label. Very nice. Now these are the rare ones actually out of all of them. Anyway, there it is, blue vinyl. This, out of the 4 singles, this is the one that demands the most money. The Ace one, for whatever reason. And in whatever, I don't know about whatever country, but certainly the UK ones, the solo singles, this one demands the big money. Okay, and if you want to be Ace for the evening, you can put this on, stick your nose through there, and you can be cool, because this is Ace, my favourite. There you go. Okay. There we are. So that's the front, and that's the back. So again, you don't see Ace, the Ace single all the time on eBay. Discogs, you might. You could try Discogs. There you go. Okay, next up we have. Well, I've done the 3, so you're going to know what's the next one. Okay, it's Paul Stanley. Okay, oh, let me take the cover off here. Paul Stanley, Hold Me, Touch Me, and B-side is Goodbye. Okay, that's the front there, and that's the back. Let's get it out. Purple vinyl. This was a little bit annoying, this one, because it's got the punch out for the jukeboxes. Okay, so it spoils the picture a little bit, sort of thing. So, but there you go. That's the other side, that's the Pie label, okay. Let's get the mask out. And if you want to impress your girlfriend and be the sexy lover for the night, stick this one on. And become sexy. Okay, there we go. It's Paul Stanley. And let's slip that back in. There we go. Okay, Hold Me, Touch Me. Okay. Next up we have, oh, Paul Stanley again, Hold Me, Touch Me. Oh, Monkey Mid, why have you got 2 of them? I'll tell you why I have 2. Not only if it hasn't got the punch out hole there in the middle. Okay, B-side on this one, it says Goodbye. But in fact, it's Love in Chains, okay? Now, there are a number of these that are mispressed. So on the B-side of Hold Me, Touch Me on the UK Pie ones, there's a small batch that had the mispress, and it had Love in Chains on the B-side, okay? I have no idea how many were printed with the wrong track, but there are a few out there, so look for it. Okay, I'm not sure if this one, oh yeah, comes with a mask as well, so you can be sexy lovers twice. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So yeah, so look out for Love in Chains on this one. Okay. There it is. Ta-da. And there as well. Right, guys. I'm going to take a lunch break because I am starving. I'm always hungry. I love food. I live to eat. I live to eat. Yeah, I do love eating. So I'm going to get some lunch, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Take care.